Hello and welcome to Perspectives for April 25th. When it comes to happiness, there's no app for that. That was the message Pope Francis had for thousands of young people who gathered at St. Peter's over the weekend to celebrate the Jubilee year for mercy. The celebrations started Saturday with confessions in St. Peter's Square. About 150 priests were stationed in the square to offer the sacrament of reconciliation, and the Pope surprised the young people by coming out to greet them. Then he put a purple stole around his neck and made himself available for confession. He stayed over an hour and actually heard the confessions of 16 young people. On Sunday, he celebrated Mass with those same young people. In his homily, he said true freedom is priceless and comes from making the courageous decision to do good and not from the mediocre belief that happiness can be easily obtained through worldly possessions and fashion. He said happiness is not an app you can download on your phones, and the latest update will not help you become free and great in loving. Two teens from North Carolina took part in those Jubilee celebrations over the weekend, and they shared their experience with Catholic News Service. Let's take a look.
We had spring break this week, so we came to the Jubilee. We make our confirmation like 2 weeks when we get home, so it's definitely great to see like the history of the church and other people who are Catholic too, because where we live it's not as big of a following. So coming here, it was definitely interesting to see a lot of other youth who were involved.
The fact that everybody was welcome and up close, and he took time after Mass to greet many people. He welcomed kids up to send out to the mission field. He does that. I think that he inspires the youth.
It was amazing to see him because obviously we'd seen like pictures of him, but to see him like in person and have like a real connection with him was definitely special.
The Pope ended the day with a surprise visit to Rome's Villa Borghese, where the Focolari movement of Rome was holding a 4-day event to mark Earth Day. The group created a village in the Roman park to show off ways that people can live together in friendship and solidarity and with respect for the earth. The Pope listened to several people share their experiences about helping others. Pope Francis told the 3,000 people taking part in the event that the only way to understand the world's problems and feel compassion is to get close to those in need. He said, "It's a risk, but it is also an opportunity for me and for the person I draw near to." And as he often does, he gave the crowd homework. Notice people's faces as they walk down the street. Turning to Ecuador, the rebuilding process now begins in that country after it was hit by a 7.8 magnitude earthquake. Catholic News Service has more on how the church is involved in the rebuilding process.
It's so important for people to have a center to grab hold of, and the church provides that.
Por ahorita por ahí así sus cositas están llegando, sí, pero no es cosas de que tampoco vienen las velas, no vienen los fósforos, no vienen para los moscos, que también de eso tenemos que cuidarnos porque ahorita no hay medicina, no hay nada, no hay un lugar para poder, si uno cae mal, enferma, alguna cosa.
The first thing I'm hearing is that the sisters and the priests are mobilizing the community within Ecuador to respond as much as they can. Second, there's an immediate response. I know that the Latin American desk at the Bishops' Conference, for example, they are already in conversation with that. Again, trying to recreate that center for the people so that they have a place that they can gravitate towards. Third, we've been in direct contact with the servant sisters to see what their next steps are. And as I understand it, the Mother Superior and the founder of the order are already on their way to Ecuador to assess it directly.
Hay que levantarse. Yo no soy nada pesimista. Hay que levantarse, hay que seguir adelante.
And that's it for Perspectives today. If you're watching on our television network, stay tuned for Vatican Connections.